What was your assessment of that one, Michael?
That was a tough game. Credit to Sunderland. I think we knew it was going to be a tough game coming here anyway, and we had to dig deep at times. It wasn't our best, but actually to take something from the game when you're not at your best is a good trait that we're trying to build as well. So there's obviously changes, and sometimes you're trying to find that rhythm a little bit, which is understandable. But I still quite liked it, a lot of the things, you know, as to give us the foundation to then be able to play better at certain times. But to take a point and a clean sheet for what it is, I think is okay.
Hi Michael, how did you think Xerxes performed, and what was his first start since December?
Yeah, to be honest, I thought for all the boys, I thought it was just a tough game. It was a away game coming here, which is challenging, you know. And I thought there were certain times when Josh linked the play really well, and certain times when we probably left him a little bit isolated at times, and that's how it goes. I think he played a real part for the team, and I understand it's not always easy for any player when you haven't played for a little bit to come into a game. So certainly not just judging any individual on just one performance today anyway.
Hi Michael, that felt maybe like something next season's going to look like, and there's going to be a lot more games and have to do a lot more rotation. Did it feel like a sign that maybe you're going to need more depth this summer and more options when you do pick up those little injuries and those little niggles?
It's one game as well, and I think to overanalyse it in terms of then moving forward next season, judging the squad and judging everything on one game, it's not certainly not what I'll do or what you'll do as a club anyway. I think we know the quality of the players, we know what the squad looks like, and the strengths and things that we need to improve on. So I'm certainly one game today doesn't change our minds in any of that.
Good afternoon, Mr. Carrick. Normally at this point in the season there's an accusation that certain teams are on the beach. Do you feel the need to guard against any complacency in your team, how you can achieve Champions League qualification?
No, I also get offended by that when people are accusing that, because it's and the way the players have prepared the game, the way they left the changing room, we faced a tough game. It's fine. I think if we weren't in a good headspace and motivated, I think we lose the game today. Son played really well at certain points of the game and made us work for it. So I think the fact that our pride in ourselves and each other, the responsibility of playing for this great club and being part of it, certainly motivation and focus is not the reason whether we're going to be brilliant or maybe going to have a performance where it becomes a little bit more challenging, whether it's today or the next two games. You know, that won't be the case whether that's affected at all.
Can I ask about the injury status of Casemiro and Sesko as well?
Yeah, well, just to see the boys, Cassie will be fine. It's not a major issue. He'll be fine next week. Ben's, we'll just have to see. He's been carrying a shin problem for a little bit of time now, so we just got to manage that and see what's best for him.
Michael, Casemiro, obviously, people have spoken a lot about him, and he's leaving at the end of the season. Is this a chance for you to assess what you have and what those players can give you in that position? Because clearly it's a crucial part of the pitch, and we expect that's where the club's going to be looking in the summer.
Yeah, not just totally on one game or two games. I don't think the whole assessment of the direction of where we need to go will be judged on that. I think over time you get a clear picture of what it looks like, some positives, some negatives, what you need to improve on. So certainly today or next week and the week after, that's not going to be a total decisive factor in making decisions. I think it needs a bit more laid in foundations to make decisions than just one or two games. You know.
You've recently been speaking about red cards and violent conduct. Obviously, the Sandro Martinez is one. Were you surprised there wasn't a red card at the end of today's game?
To be honest, I genuinely haven't seen it on TV. Bruno said there was contact, and wasn't too happy about it when he came in. And the staff on the bench weren't too happy with it as well. So I don't know, getting a little bit confused with what's going on really. So better staying out of it.
Mr. Carrick, you've come up to the North East twice under your tenure, and it seems like the United team has struggled quite a little bit. Do you feel like it's the atmosphere that North East fans you'll be familiar with that generates that means that the United players struggle when they come up here?
I think they've struggled. I think the boys are used to playing in all sorts of different atmospheres. I think it's just two separate occasions, two good teams, different games.